So ladies and gentlemen, PlayStation 5 is finally here. The next generation of gaming is coming at us right now. Of course, if you can get your hands on a PlayStation. And with that comes one very spectacular game, and that is of course Marvel's Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 5. Now recently there has been a huge leak that reveals details about a mainline sequel to the game, suggesting more playable characters and very interesting story beats. So in this video I'll be bringing you guys all of that information and giving you guys a theory about where I think this game could go. If you guys enjoy this video, click the like button down below and don't forget to subscribe for some more content on Spider-Man PS5 and of course Assassin's Creed Valhalla and some more open world games. Now without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So first things first, I want to say that this is all a leak, so take it with a grain of salt as it could be real and it more than likely isn't, but if it is, thank God, because there are some very interesting information within this video. So Marvel Spider-Man was a wonderful PlayStation and Marvel fans alike. Just zipping through the skylines as everyone's favorite webhead was an absolute dream for me personally, and on the PlayStation 5 with its next gen upgrade, it was amazing. Now this game actually kicked off the whole Marvel gaming universe, introducing Marvel's Avengers and opening the door for more heroes of the PlayStation 5 with Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Now that game was a winner with fans and honestly the story blew me away. But there has recently been a new leak that surfaced suggesting some new additions to the next Spider-Man game, and it looks like we have confirmation of a full sequel to the original game, which we already knew about anyway. Now this leak does come from 4chan and it was shared by a Reddit user that the sequel has had its first details shared, so again take this all with a very fine pinch of salt. So the next Spider-Man game is currently in the production stage. Voiceover and motion capturing of the actors hasn't actually gone ahead yet due to the current going pandemic. Due to this, the team has started working on the playable sections in-game first and foremost. And of course, some loose emails leaked suggesting that the script for the game is complete and that work on the game began in January 2019 and entered full production in the second quarter of 2020. This seems to be fairly right. Obviously, due to the pandemic, actors and voice actors aren't able to get their work done, and the game companies and other production companies haven't been able to have full-scale productions. I've said productions a lot. Go the way they wanted, so this does seem to be fair, but most professional voice actors have their own mini home studios, so possibly, maybe, they're doing the voice acting work for it now, but of course, due to the new vaccines and everything, hopefully, people can start getting back to work and we will have a brand new Spider-Man game on our hands. As for them going into full production in the second quarter of last year in 2020, to me this seems that the game will then be releasing either in 2022 or 2023. I'm feeling more along the lines of 2022, mainly because, you know, 4 years, 3-4 year production is fair enough for this type of game. The story itself and the script was done in 2019, and of course full production building up the city, which they already have the groundwork for. They just need to update the graphics, you know, probably add some new animations, that type of stuff, and that does take a couple years. Then to put it all together again, post-production and then marketing and all that stuff, it does take time. But hopefully we'll be able to see some stuff at Sony's State of Play this year, hopefully in the summer, hopefully a trailer, and hopefully a gameplay trailer. Now it has been confirmed that this is of course a direct sequel to Marvel Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4, and that will be playing as Peter Parker once again. But apparently he's not the only playable character at our disposal. Two other playable characters have actually been teased to join the game, each with their own code names. One is referred to as Night Spider and the other is known both as Purple Bat and Shin Vigilante. Now Night Spider has actually been used to refer to Miles Morales in the comics before, but it seems a little bit odd to use his code name for him, seeing as he had his own spin-off game, so we know he's Spider-Man. Fans have always assumed that they'll get to play as Miles in this game anyway, so it's a pretty interesting choice. Or in a fake out, this could actually be the code name referring to Venom. Each to their own. I feel like playing as Miles again in a very own Spider-Man Peter Parker game would be very interesting and really cool to do. As for the gameplay wise, it would be pretty interesting to play as both of them during a mission, and of course something I've always wanted, if we can have Peter Parker and Miles Morales both with their powers in a single game, make it co-op, make co-op optional, I should say, but okay, make co-op optional. Give us the option to play it in co-op, or give us a free roaming open world environment that we can do missions with a friend, because it would just be cool to have races and stuff with your friend as Spider-Man throughout New York City. Something I've always wanted in the game, and something similar to DC Online, but you get what I mean. Now the Purple Bat Shin Vigilante character could easily be Wraith, the alter ego of Yuri Watanabe, Yuri actually appeared in the first game, so it makes sense that she'd appear again. She'd just be incredibly fun to play as too. Now, Wraith uses Mr. Fear's fear gas on opponents and wears a suit with tentacles for traversal and tangling opponents. Her introduction as a playable character would welcome some spice into Marvel Spider-Man 2's gameplay. Now, if you played through the DLC for the first Spider-Man game on PlayStation 4, you will know that Yuri Watanabe goes through a very drastic transition from cop, chief, detective to her very own vigilante, in which she uses ropes and tentacles to tie up criminals and take punishment into her own hands. So this could possibly be the way that Insomniac are going with the character, something I am very interested to see in the next game. Now, from this leak, it looks as though Marvel Spider-Man 2 will be a very customizable experience. From the leak, the mission structure looks to allow the player to choose between Peter Parker and Miles Morales from each mission. Now, a supposedly leaked document has stated that voice lines will be recorded for cutscenes to make the spider changes more thematically sound. For Peter Parker, for example, if he is chosen for one mission and Miles is chosen for the next one, Miles will say, "Peter told me to check this out," or something similar. It's also been indicated that Wraith, if she is truly who the codename suggests, will be a smaller character appearing in smaller side missions. This would be very similar to the Mary Jane Miles Morales sections in the very first game. This is a pretty cool feature that I feel most players will be fine with, as it allows for a unique story to be told with their own favorite characters or character. Now, apparently it's not as though the game's lacking in customization, as this game will have an incredible lineup of costumes, especially for Miles Morales. So guys and girls, that has pretty much been the full leak. I just want to go over everything I want in this game. Of course, the story will be taken down from the last game. We know that Venom is going to be in the game and he's going to be Harry. How they're implementing it in a way that makes it, you know, smoothly transitioning from the last game to this one from Miles will be very interesting to see. Not only that, we also got some very cool tidbits of information whilst playing Spider-Man PS4, especially in Norman Osborn's flat apartment. He is building basically what seems to be the Green Goblin suit. He has the helmet. In there we saw stuff for the glider. It seems like this is something that will be in the game. As for the villains, of course, Venom will be the main villain in the game, and more likely Peter Parker will try to stop Venom and save Harry. In the end, Harry will probably die because he needs Venom to stay alive, and then Norman Osborn will go insane and turn into the Green Goblin. That's just my idea, that is a theory, and that is all I have to say. So guys and girls, if you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button down below and let me know what you think about this leak. Do you think it's real? Also, comment down below whether or not you want there to be 2 playable characters in Marvel's Spider-Man. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you in the next video.